supports the mediation efforts by the regional body ECOWAS. In a statement through the Department of International Relations, the South African government has urged all parties to cooperate with ECOWAS and find a peaceful resolution to the impasse with the provision of the Constitution of Gambia. Well, to help us unpack that story a little bit more, we're now joined by a spokesperson at the Department of International Relations, Claassen Manyela. Claassen, thank you very much for joining us. The outgoing President, Yahya Jammeh, seems adamant he's not going to leave office. What is this standoff all about at this stage, and what is South Africa's position?
Yeah, good evening. Well, we are obviously very concerned with the latest developments in the Islamic Republic of the Gambia, following the decision by President Yahya Jammeh to reject the outcome of the presidential elections. As you are aware, he is challenging the outcome through the courts. I think the matter was postponed the day before yesterday. We are, however, as South Africa, calling on all the concerned parties to cooperate with the regional body ECOWAS and then find a peaceful resolution within the provisions of the constitution of that country. We support the mediation efforts led by ECOWAS and the heads of state that have been appointed to lead this particular process. We think that the interest of the people of the Gambia must be put above everything else, and it's important for the President Yahya Jammeh to accept the will of the people as pronounced in the election. We think that the process of challenging it through the courts, there is nothing necessarily wrong with that, because that follows what the Constitution provides for. But whatever the outcome, the interests of the people of that country must be put above everything else.
In situations like this, there's always concerns that the president of the day may have undue influence on institutions like the courts. So if the courts come back and they say we annul the result and the president remains, what then?
You see, the statement of ECOWAS, the joint statement, in fact, by ECOWAS Commission, the African Union Commission, the United Nations Office for West Africa and Sahel, issued on the 2nd of December, of December 2016, is very instructive in that one, as we've also done previously, congratulated the people for a peaceful, free and fair and transparent presidential election. And also urged all the parties to accept the outcome of the election. And if you remember, President Jammeh had initially indicated that he would accept. In fact, he had conceded defeat. So we were all taken by surprise when he made an about turn and decided to challenge the outcome. So we would still make that same call, that it's important for that country to be allowed to move forward, and for the president that have won the elections to be given space and time to form a new government. We are all hopeful that the mediation efforts led by ECOWAS will lead to a peaceful resolution of the current crisis.
You've mentioned the word peaceful resolution several times this evening, Claassen. Senegal has threatened to deploy an intervention force to remove President Jammeh from power if necessary. Is force a potential outcome if all the other routes fail?
Look, I mean, in the tradition of the African Union, regional bodies are the ones that are closer to the situation in a particular region. And in this case, ECOWAS is closer to the action in the situation in the Gambia. So all of us as African countries will take our cue from the position of the regional body. If the assessment is such that they feel that that's the route that is required for the crisis to be resolved, as African countries we would support that. But ordinarily, political crises or problems are best resolved through dialogue. That way, the resolution becomes peaceful, number one, but number two, sustainable and durable and enjoys the support of everybody. Military interventions often lead to unintended consequences, which nobody wants.
Well, and that's where we'll leave it. Thank you very much indeed for giving us an update on the situation in Gambia and South Africa's view on that. That was Claassen Mnyele from the Department of International Relations. Babashni?